Hello and good evening to all of you. The topic I'm going to teach today is known as mitosis. I'm sure it's a very familiar topic to all of you. So let's start with mitosis. Well, the cell division, it is a process with sequence of steps that enables organisms to grow and reproduce. Genetic material is replicated in parent cells and is distributed equally to the two daughter cells. And then it's the cells, they undergo a period of growth called interphase before entering mitosis. During the interphase, the genetic material, it replicates, and the organelles, they prepare themselves for division. So, in the process of mitosis, the parent cell's genome is transferred into the two daughter cells. And the daughter cells, they are similar to each other and to their parent cells. The cell's genome, it is composed of chromosomes that are complexes of highly tiled DNA that contain the genetic material, which is again vital for the purpose of functioning of the cell. This is a general cell cycle which is shown in the slide over here, and the cycle is divided into several phases. First of all, let me just tell you what mitosis is basically. It is a process, as I said before also, by which a cell which has previously replicated chromosomes in the nucleus of the cell is separated into two identical sets of chromosomes, and that is known as mitosis. It is a division of the mother cell into the two daughter cells, and these two daughter cells, as I said before, are genetically identical to each other and to the parent cell as well. As we can see over here, as I told you, this is the whole cycle of mitosis, and it is divided into various phases. The two important phases of cell division are, number one, interphase. Number two, the mitotic phase. And again, mitotic phase is further divided into several phases known as prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. Well, mitosis, it's a very fast and it's a very highly complex process. So the events of mitosis is divided into stages. If I talk about interphase, if I talk about interphase, it is further divided into three phases, as you can see over here. Gap 1 phase, synthetic phase, and gap 2 phase. Well, mitosis, it alternates with interphase, and in interphase, the cell prepares itself for division. During these three phases, the cell grows by producing protein and cytoplasmic organelles. In the synthetic phase, as you can see over here, the chromosomes, they replicate. The duplication of DNA takes place. So, in the S phase, the chromosomes, they duplicate, and in G phase, the cell grows more and prepares for mitosis and finally divides in the mitotic cycle. The cell cycle, it is regulated by proteins, and the phases of the interphase, they follow strict order and they have certain checkpoints. Okay, there is another phase which is known as the G0 phase, where the cell has the option to enter the stage and quit cell cycle. Interphase, it usually takes about 90% of the cell's lifespan. Yes. Let's go to the next phase of the cell division or the cell cycle, which is known as the mitotic phase. As I told before, it is a very fast and is a very highly complex process. So the events of the mitosis are divided into further stages. Okay, let's talk about the very first stage first of all, which is the prophase. Okay, so prophase is the very first phase. Yes, right. In the nucleus, the genetic material is very loosely bundled in coil, which is known as chromatin. Okay, here also we can see it. So at the onset of prophase, the chromatin fibers, they become tightly coiled and they condense into discrete chromosomes. Inside the nucleus, the nucleolus is a structure which is present inside the nucleus. It also disappears from the view. The centrioles, they begin to move towards the opposite ends of the cell, and then the spindle fibers, they extend from the centromeres. These spindle fibers are nothing but microtubule structures. And some fibers, they just cross a cell to form mitotic spindle fibers. Alright, this was the first stage. Let's move on to the next stage, which is called as the metaphase. Well, before metaphase, a small phase comes up which is known as prometaphase. It is sometimes considered as the end of prophase and early metaphase.